Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the long-awaited Shane Dawson apology video that was bound to come out at some point, especially with all of the things that have come out about Shane recently. I kind of knew it was coming. And so yeah, he posted an apology video. It's #1 on trending still. It's almost been a full 24 hours since the apology video came out, where he basically sat down and addressed pretty much everything. I think from the things that I've seen, maybe there are other things that he hasn't addressed, but as far as I can tell, he did address everything. He addressed all of his racist scandals, the inappropriate jokes that he said about children, and the makeup gate, like his exiting makeup scandal thing. It was just, yeah, he addressed a lot, and I will be talking about all of it. And I wanted to wait to make a video because I knew that all of these things were coming out, and I was seeing these things online, and I just wanted to all kind of come to a head. And I think that this video is the perfect way to express my feelings about those situations while also addressing how Shane then responded to the situation in kind of one go. So without further ado, before I do get it started actually, please go ahead and like this video, and please do subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications so you are notified of the next time that I post a video. So now without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into the video. So just as a disclaimer for this video, I do not like Shane Dawson. Ever since I really started to become, because I wasn't really aware of who he was, if I'm going to be completely honest, until he did, I think, the TanaCon, the TanaCon documentary series, and I watched it thinking that, he's going to be hard on Tana, and he wasn't, and I just kind of felt weird about that. And then seeing his other documentaries where it's just him talking with Jeffree Star and Jake Paul, and I'm like, okay, you have a lot of sympathy for racists. And then hearing about his extremely racist past was very disheartening to me. And it was extremely disheartening, not just because Shane did that, but also because people treated him like he was a saint, knowing that he did that. It's not like they were unaware. A lot of his fans knew that he did blackface, knew that he used the N-word, knew that he did all of these things, and yet kept referring to him as being unproblematic and being, like the king of YouTube almost. Like, everyone stanned him, and it was strange to me because I'm like, you knew that this happened, and yet I believe in that people can change, but to sit here and try to say that he's unproblematic and that, he can do no wrong and acting like as if he's perfect was just kind of a slap in the face to me personally. I just felt like people didn't care about the fact that he hurt Black people in this way and hurt so many other people in this way. And so I've always been turned off to him. And then especially with his friendship with Jeffree Star, I was pretty much done with him before I even really started. So that's just kind of my thoughts on Shane Dawson before all of this stuff happened. But now I have a clearer picture, I think, of who he is with all of these situations that have come out, especially with the Dramageddon revelations that people have had about Shane's involvement and all of that. So Shane's apology video, where he said he was taking accountability, I think that was the title of the video. He sat down and let's just, it's like an apology checklist at this point. I'm glad that he didn't cry. That would have been really upsetting, honestly, because I think that crying is a manipulative tactic to make it seem like the person who was the perpetrator was in fact the victim in some way. And I can't stand that. So I can't really stand apologies where people just instantly cry. Like, it's just, you're making yourself a victim. So I'm glad he didn't do that. I'm glad that he sat down and did it on his main channel. I'm glad that he didn't have any ads in the video. That would have been really bad. And I'm just glad that he sat down and did that. Kind of as soon as these things kind of came out. It took a little time, but I think that it was pretty quick, just because there were so many things coming out every day. And so I'm just glad that he addressed everything. it seemed like. I don't know. It just seemed very mature. I will say that. It seemed very mature, and it seemed like he really thought about what he was going to say before he said it. So honestly, I think that the majority of the video is him talking about his racism that he's had in the past, which is, I mean, he's done blackface, a lot of blackface. He's said a lot of offensive jokes towards all types of races. But he specifically, I think, targeted the Black community the most. Obviously, I mean, I don't know. And then, you know, he said the N-word and things like that. And I honestly I felt like his apology was sincere just because of the way that he spoke about it and the way that he didn't try to excuse it, and the way that he also, what I liked about what he said was that he said that because of his example, people normalized blackface at the time, and a lot of people thought that there was nothing wrong with it, especially because of how young they were. And I'm glad that he addressed that and took accountability for also influencing people, because he is an influencer, and was able to take accountability for influencing people into believing that it was okay to do blackface or okay to make those types of offensive racist jokes. What I did find a little annoying, and what I think that I've kind of realized with all of these other YouTubers apologizing for being racist and saying racist things, is in their apologies they always say, I've never harbored resentment or hate for Black people, I just made these jokes. And I would have to push back on that point. Of course, I don't know these people and I don't know what's in their heart, but at the same time, if you make these types of jokes, and especially if you decide to do blackface and make fun of Black women in this way, you obviously harbor some type of resentment. You obviously look at us as inferior. If you make these types of jokes, you obviously have something in the back of your brain that really thinks that that's how we act, because I mean, you fed into every stereotype. So I would have to push back on the fact that he was trying to say that, you know, oh, I've never actually been racist, because I mean, to make those types of jokes, you have to be racist. You just do. Like to be able to do that so effortlessly, and then to also be able to push back on people giving you backlash for so long, you have to be racist. I mean, I do believe that people can stop being racist, but that doesn't mean that you weren't at one time. So to try to say that he was never racist, I think is a straight up lie, because clearly you harbored some type of resentment, or you felt that in some way Black people were inferior. It's just that simple. However, I do believe that the reason why he didn't want to say that he was outwardly racist, he didn't want to say that, is because he's in denial. So I don't think that he even believes that he was racist at that time. And that's just from knowing how people kind of work. People don't ever want to admit the fact that they were racist at one point, or that they hated people. And they will try to make themselves look the best that they possibly can, even when they're apologizing for not being very good people. And so that's just kind of how it is. And I still believe that his apology was genuine, and I just think that he's legitimately in denial. Now, let's get into his disgusting remarks about children. First of all, Jaden Smith actually spoke out. He did this video about Willow Smith. It was like this disgusting, I don't even want to say what he was doing in that video. I'm sure you can find it, but Jaden Smith even spoke out about it, basically saying that Shane Dawson is disgusting, and this is after his apology video. Jaden Smith said that Shane Dawson is disgusting, that he's just using excuses. Jada Pinkett-Smith, Willow Smith's mother, also chimed in and was like, that you're disgusting. And Jaden Smith also talked about the blackface and how he's disgusting. And it just, basically, Jaden Smith is over Shane Dawson, and so is Jada Pinkett-Smith, and I assume the rest of the family. So it's getting to the point where even A-listers are talking about these remarks that Shane Dawson made about children. I mean, Willow Smith was 11 at the time that Shane Dawson posted this video, and I mean, it's just, I'm sorry, but there's no words for what he did. And of course, in this video, he apologized, and I don't know what he didn't really touch on it as much as he touched on the racism. On the racism, he just kept talking about the racism, and then he got to him saying these things about children and even about his own 12-year-old cousin in vlogs and podcasts and all of these videos. And it just seemed like he blamed it on his mental health. And quite frankly, I think that that is a horrible excuse, especially because it's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to say that it's on my mental health and now people can't say anything about it. That's the vibe that I get, is that when people blame things on their mental health, they can get away with anything because it's such a touchy subject and no one wants to seem insensitive. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to call it out for what it is. That is absolutely a horrible excuse, and it doesn't justify anything. Just because you were in a bad mental state doesn't mean anything to me. You're still an adult. You still know right from wrong. You knew that at the time and you did it anyways. That's unacceptable, inexcusable, absolutely inexcusable. And it also gives a bad name to people who deal with mental health issues, because what he's saying is, well, I really couldn't discern, or I really couldn't make good judgment calls because of my mental health. It's basically, I think, insulting people who have mental health issues similar to his. And that is also disgusting in my personal opinion, because I know a lot of people that do have issues with their mental health that don't go and make these disgusting comments about children, because they're still good people at the end of the day. So it's like, his apologies seem very genuine, and I think that he's not racist. But when it comes to this, it seemed like he just had a ready excuse, instead of just saying, I was disgusting, and that's it. And he's not blaming it on the fact that he has mental health issues, because so do a majority of the people in the world. It seems like people struggle with mental health issues every day, but they don't do things like that. So I was just completely turned off by that. I'd like to not believe that he actually harbors those types of feelings towards children and sees them in that type of way, but I can't help but wonder, considering the fact that normal people don't make these videos and these comments to children. They don't do this kind of stuff often. It's not like it was a one-off thing. He did it a lot. There are so many videos and so many podcasts of him doing these things and talking about children in this way that it makes me wonder, does he actually harbor these feelings for children? And if he does, I mean, it's just, I can't even fathom. I mean, I've never been a fan of Shane Dawson. I've already canceled him, honestly. In my personal opinion, I'm completely done with the man. But if he really does see children this way, goodness gracious. I mean, it goes beyond YouTube. It goes beyond Shane Dawson is over party. It goes beyond social media, because now children are in danger, and those are the last people on the planet who need to be in danger of anyone, period. So I am 100% disgusted with him in that regard. And it's worse than racism, period. It is way worse than racism to do these things towards children. I'm not trying to say the word, but you get what I'm saying. So I am just absolutely disgusted with him, and I feel like his apology was not up to par. And especially when there was that one video where he specifically targeted Willow Smith and did not specifically apologize to Willow Smith in the video. So I have really no words. I can't really describe how I feel about people who target children in this way. And now I guess I should just talk about the Dramageddon situation. It feels weird to shift gears like this from talking about something so serious to something that well, I mean, is serious because those were serious allegations brought up against James Charles. And in that regard, it is very serious, but at the same time, there's a lot of pettiness. There's a lot of just normal internet drama. So it feels weird to shift gears, but that was the order of the video. So I'm just kind of going based on the order of the video. Shane Dawson earlier this week posted a long dissertation about the makeup community and basically saying that he's leaving the beauty community. And me, as someone who I had a beauty channel at one point, I've been obsessed and in love with the beauty community for a few years now. I don't consider Shane Dawson ever being part of the beauty community at all in any aspect, in any regard. Just because you have a palette out means nothing. So does Mickey Mouse. So that really doesn't mean anything to me concerning, him being in the beauty community. Just because you like to put on makeup doesn't mean that you're in the beauty community. Especially because of the way that he spoke about the beauty community in that long notes app, whatever, exiting announcement, it was just like, dude, clearly you haven't been in the beauty community. And it was just very tone deaf, and it seemed like Shane wanted to make it seem like the beauty community loves drama, and that's why they're trying to put me in the bi-sister drama. I think that's what he was trying to get at. Like, you love drama so much that you're going to find all of these receipts on me, which there are a lot of receipts on Shane Dawson that he was involved in some way, shape, or form. And then he's going to basically twist it back on the drama, on the beauty community as usual. Like he twists a lot of things back on people, and he's going to make it seem as if he's a perfect angel and that he is not into drama and that the beauty community is, and that's why they're linking him to the bi-sister drama. And it's so funny that he said that James Charles needed a slice of humble pie the size of the Empire State Building, when that's exactly what Shane is getting right now. I mean, people are unsubscribing to him. Last I checked, I think he lost like 100,000 subscribers, because when I watched his video, it was at 23 million, I believe. And then when I saw it again, it was at 22.9 million subscribers. So I'm guessing he's been losing subscribers and he's getting served his humble pie, because when you do things like this, when you consistently make content that is offensive and borderline criminal, you're going to get served a slice of humble pie, Shane. And whether you like it or not, James is not nearly the type of person that you are. Period. James is not the type of person that you are in regards to saying these things about children, the blackface that you did, even though I just said that I wasn't going to hold it against him, but it is true. James hasn't done any of that, and that might be accredited to the fact that James became more famous at a younger age, and so he was just more aware, and he knew that any slight movement would get him canceled, and so he was kind of smarter. But at the same time, I can't really give an excuse or a pass to Shane, because he was an adult. He had a platform and he still did it. And so I feel like James Charles is a better person than Shane Dawson. And James Charles didn't go to the beauty community and say, you guys are all dramatic and drama queens, and that's all you guys are, when James was getting dragged for filth last year. And of course, Shane apologized for all of these comments, said he regrets them so much, and yada, 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 whatever. But it's just like, dude, I don't know. It just feels like he was regurgitating what everyone else on the internet was saying about his exit from the beauty community, and then just decided that's what I'm going to say in my apology. Like, there really was no depth, and I don't know, it didn't make sense to me as to why he would drag the very people that he claims he watches every day. Like, I just don't understand that. And so I don't understand how he would apologize for something that I don't even understand, like, why he would do that. You know what I'm saying? And then also, if you're going to apologize to the beauty community, maybe you should just not be friends with Jeffree Star. I don't know. I just feel like your apology can't be that genuine when you just drag the beauty community for filth, when your friend does the exact same stuff, and you basically said that you don't like the beauty community but you love Jeffree, and then continue to be friends with Jeffree after you apologize. I don't know. I just think that Shane is very hypocritical and he doesn't make any sense, and people called him out for it, and he's going to give like a half apology, but your actions speak louder than your words. And quite frankly, you still being in cahoots with Jeffree Star, and you basically still profiting off of the beauty community while, like, right after you drag them, instead of just profiting off of the beauty community, you could take the money that you made from the last restock of the conspiracy palette and you could donate it to, I don't know, smaller creators, or do something, because you really offended the beauty community in such a large way. But he did none of that. And so I don't know. I just think that, especially now with it being so recent, his actions should just speak louder than his words. And I don't know how credible his apology is, because we can't really see growth or change from Shane, because he literally, he just did it like this week. So it just seems like he had to immediately apologize. But the same kind of attitude and the same kind of spirit could easily still be there. You could still have the same feelings and thoughts about the beauty community. And I mean, it was a week ago. Overall, I think the only thing that Shane Dawson was sincere about was the racism, and that's why he talked about it the most in his apology video. I am very weary of this man. I do not think that he is a good person. And even though I said, and I stand by the fact that I do forgive his apology when it comes to racism, you can be a non-racist and still be a horrible human being. And with the things that he said about children, I have no respect for him. And it's just, I just can't respect someone who did stuff like that and then tried to blame it on his mental health. That's just gross to me. And I can't stand by that. And I just, I don't know. It's like Shane Dawson is one of those people who can sound like he's saying all the right things, but if you don't really listen to what he's saying, it could easily, you could easily be fooled by Shane Dawson, because he sits there and, he does the thing that we've all wanted all influencers to do. He's not crying, he's not in a gray hoodie, he's taking accountability, apparently, or that's the title of his video, and you're thinking yes, this is so much better than the other YouTuber apologies, and we stand. But then when you think about what he did, listen to what he said, and you add two and two together, you realize that no, he shouldn't be given a pass. Especially for the things that he said about children. I mean, I just keep going back to that because that is so important and so disgusting and very crucial to understanding who Shane Dawson is. Knowing what he said about little girls, it tells me everything I need to know about the man. And as far as the beauty community drama, listen, he wasn't even part of the beauty community. It's clear that he just wanted money. It's clear that he just did it for the money. He just did it for the publicity. I don't think that he was really into makeup ever, which is fine. And honestly, I think it's fine that you're in it for the money, because at the end of the day, if you make good makeup that doesn't have hair in it, what do I care? But don't lie. Don't lie, and then don't say that you're in the beauty community because you weren't, and don't call the beauty community out for things that Jeffree Star does, because you're friends with Jeffree Star and yet you want to talk about the beauty community. Give me a break. But yeah, that's all my thoughts about Shane Dawson's apology video. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please enjoy this obligatory Tom Holland picture as I close out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I just can't. I can't get on board with Shane Dawson. I just simply can't. I haven't been able to since I really found out about him. I never really liked him, and I've always thought that he was a racist apologist because of the fact that he's so close to Tana Mojo, and he's so, you know, he was cool with Jake Paul and then Jeffree Star. It's like he did series specifically with racists, and then, you know, to see that he did blackface and he did all of that, it's just, you know, that part had always irritated me. And like I said, I don't think that he's racist now, but I think that he does give racist people passes all the time, as if he can do that. And he won't disassociate himself with these types of people. I think that he's a disgusting human being as far as it comes to the remarks that he made about children. I think that it's almost irredeemable, especially after what Jada Pinkett-Smith said. Just the backlash that they've given him lets me know that I also should be giving him backlash, because they are still hurting from what he did, and that's disgusting. And by the way, I'm the same age as Willow Smith, so I don't know, it kind of hits me a little hard. Like, that's, I don't know. Anyways, and then the drama with the Dramageddon, it's just, Shane, stop acting like an angel, because that's really, he got on his high horse and he tried to tell everybody that he is holier than thou. That's all he did in that entire statement, and it's ridiculous. And Shane Dawson telling people how to be moral, come on, give me a break. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of Shane's apology and what I had to say in this video. And please do subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications so that you can be notified of the next time that I post a video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!